I do a lot of things, but I need to confess something before I get into this review of Creed 3. I've never seen Rocky. I'm from Philadelphia, kind of feels sacrilegious, but it is what it is. But I have seen all the Creeds now, and I can tell you they're incredible. It is a wonderful trilogy that has led to this. So my reviews are not scripted in any way. I want you to understand that because I do have a lot of free flow thinking. So you're going to get the unfiltered thoughts of what I thought of Creed 3. So Creed is a requel. It is a reboot. The Creed series was a reboot sequel to Rocky. So it followed a character who is the son of one of Rocky's opponents from the old ones. But in the first two, Rocky's in it. Rocky's not in this one. And I think that's incredible. Because it's not a Rocky movie. It's a Creed movie. And it has moved past the need to make those connections because they've established that Creed is his own character. And I think it's very important because, like, if you're expecting to go into this, like, with the Rocky theme, you're going to see, like, all the Rocky tropes. You're going to see some of them, but a lot of those things don't appear, and I think that makes it a better movie because it stands on its own. With things like the Jurassic World trilogy, it was a lot of, like, standing on the shoulders of giants. Like, you're standing on this franchise and not moving past that at all, so you're not doing anything to, like, develop your characters or your world or what you're doing now versus what they were doing then, and then bringing in all these, like, cameos and stuff. It feels like they're not truly wanting to be their own thing, while this was. Now, this one was the first one directed by Michael B. Jordan himself, who is Creed. Michael B. Jordan fucking rules. There are some really, really cool shots in this movie that kind of put Creed and Damian against each other. So something that Michael B. Jordan said is that a lot of this is inspired by anime, especially the fight scenes. So we've got Adonis Creed and we have Damian Anderson. It's a rival arc. It's like Naruto versus Sasuke, Goku versus Vegeta, who are friends. But there's a lot of that, like, juxtaposition, and there's a lot of framing shots where, like, they're on the two sides of each other, and it's so good because, like, they have this relationship, but it's so rocky because, lol, Rocky. Damian's been in prison this whole time, and we find out why. It is a very interesting dynamic, and Michael B. Jordan is a brilliant director. There's so much charisma and feeling between these two actors with Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan. Jonathan Majors fucking rules too. Like, after Ant-Man, like, this guy's gonna be everywhere. He's an incredible actor and has been for a long time. But it's nice to see him, like, heavy hit in this one. Tessa Thompson is incredible in it. Something that really stood out to me is that in this one, Creed's daughter is deaf, but there's a lot of ASL in the film. Like, there's more than, like, it is a part of the film that is important, and the communication between her and her parents is important. And there's, like, scenes where, like, Damian Anderson doesn't know ASL, but they take time to teach it to him to communicate with their daughter. I don't know, that was really nice to see that, like, it's a part of the film, and it's because it's a part of their lives. It's natural. And putting that on the forefront for people who don't typically see that stuff is really nice to have, like, scenes that are completely told through ASL. They give you subtitles because not everyone can be able to read ASL, but it was really nice to see, and, like, I'm really glad that they put a lot of time for that for Amara, who is played by Mila Davis Kent. Yeah, there's so much to enjoy in Creed 3. I'm probably going to have to go back now and watch Rocky because now I don't have any more Creed for a while. But it was an incredible film. I'm really lucky that I got to go see it. I saw it with my dad, who loves Rocky. When we were walking out, I told him, I was like, yeah, I never saw Rocky before. He goes, what? And he was telling me when he was a kid, after he saw it in theaters, he was doing all the punching and stuff afterwards, and a girl from his class saw him, and he never lived it down. But it was nice to, like, see that with him, who loves Rocky, and he had some comments on the way the final fight is done, because in the other Rocky, supposedly these matches were really long. and they kind of got boring, but this one does something so creative and very anime inspired with the final fight, and it's just like, I'm like on the edge of my seat because it's so cool to watch, and I'm so excited to go see it again. This may be one of my favorite movies from this year. I was just so impressed. There's something about, not horror, there's something about sports films that has such heart that you don't get to see in many genres. And I fucking love Creed. I really do. They're great. Go see it and rewatch the first two before you go, because there's a lot of stuff that builds up to this moment. 5 out of 5.